Backgammon time. Going to go through some cash games today, again with the Jacoby rule. So this is 5 cash games in that tournament. I'm playing white. So right off the bat, there's an error here. So double ones. I love to make that 7-6-5, but this was a small, 38 error. It would have been better to just tidy up and move up, not give the double. The 7 and the 8s to get hit. I'm just gonna have to remember that. I'm kind of in love with making the 7-6-5 on double ones. I know not to do it if there's a split here. Like if they had a 1 or 2, that would have been wrong. But for here, this was actually the 4th best play, or worse. This would have been better. This would have been better. Anything but this, which is interesting. Okay, let's see what happens next. Okay, we get hit because, of course. Now we make our 4 prime here. That's good. 2-1, I get an anchor. Then let's see what happens. Oh, double 6. Okay, so this was, I made the right double 6 here, which is come out here and double hit. So that was awesome. Almost as good would be to just run and only hit the one thing. But here we're going to have lots in the zone. Well, we've got 9 already, and we're bringing down a 10th. And there'll be 2 on the bar. 2 on the bar, better by far. And since this is a double take, 35% gammons, but there's no too good when you're playing with Jacoby rule. And remember, cash games are going to have Jacoby rule. Pay attention to that if you're playing a cash game. Which means that we don't get the double points unless we double. So at this point, this is a good time to double. So let's go to the next one. I take the 1 point there. Game 2. All right. So 5-2. Here we come. Now, this is clearly right, of course. Okay, here's a blunder. So here... So look, if you notice, I have to play four ones. I hate to destroy this. I really struggled with this. I was like, I can move 2 up here, and then I could have slotted. I did this horrible thing, which gives him daylight from there, really destroys, if you have a nice prime, you really don't want to destroy it. This is a big blunder. Even this would have been better, but the best would have been to hit. Even it's so far away from your prime, it's kind of a weird, there's a lot of things that make me not want to do that, obviously, because I made this bad play instead. Yeah. That was a bad one. Okay, so now I've got hit, and look, he's got a 5 prime here, a broken 5 prime. So he should really be doubling. He didn't double here, and I was like, oh my God, why is he not doubling? Maybe he doesn't know about the Jacoby rule. This is an example where you wouldn't double. It would be too good. Because look, 40% gammons is way too good. 71%. He didn't do it. He didn't double here either. And then eventually he remembers to double. All right, here we go. 6-5, I'm running, making that. 2-1, I could have done this, which is slightly better, but it doesn't matter. We get hit. We're dancing. So here it's a double for them, and I took it, which is right. Look, we have 31%. They're getting 20% gammons, which is quite a bit. I count how many they have the zone here, right? So they've got 8, which is not a lot. So they're not going to close this out. I'm surprised they have so many gammon chances, 20%. We don't have anything going on. It's like we haven't even played this game yet. We just have done nothing. So that's not good for us. But they only have 2 points. We're not going to get imminently closed out, so we have to take this cube. Okay, so then they roll the best thing they possibly could have. Double 5s. And then we're just not going to have a lot of choices here. We're just trying to come in and make that 4. He's trying to deny that anchor. So he stays there. Sometimes he could have hit and run, but with this amount of ammo, it's kind of worth it to try, and with this amount of guys coming home, it's worth it to stick around and try to make out that full this 6 prime, because you'll be able to recirculate with no problem. Recirculate, I mean, red could get hit, and then they could come in and make it around the board, and I'll just be sitting on the roof. Okay, so we're still trying to get that anchor. And here, 5-2. This was wrong. You might think, why didn't you hit? Well, let's look at how bad it would have been to hit. Scrolling down the bad plays. Here it is, 752. Because look at, like, if we hit, we're giving them the chance to hit this. Once you have a 5-point board, it's just lights out. So that would have been the worst thing ever. So maybe a brand new player would consider that. But I knew hitting was a big no. What am I trying to do? I'm really trying to save a gammon here. I've given up on winning this game. I'm just trying to save a gammon, which means, get a guy off before they get all their guys off. So the thing to do here, this makes it more, this is what I did, but it would have been more efficient to just cover up that 3. Because then, if I had this 3 made, then I would be more likely to hit. I could definitely hit when they leave the 12, or, I just will never hit with a loose blot here when I've got this kind of board against me. I have to wait till later. So the only way I'm going to win is to build a few points and then get a hit later. We're not ready to hit yet, because if we hit now, it'll probably be better for red than white. So they're coming in. Look, I've got this shot. This is something that I would hit if I hit it, but I did not. So we're just trying to efficiently make our board, but at the same time not waste pips, because realistically we're just gonna try to save the gammon. So here, like, the winning chances, we have 6, or like about 7% chance of winning the game. He's got 50-50 gammon, so he's gonna be doing stuff. Of course, he runs off, so now it's just a race for us to get gammons. And then I made this mistake, which should have been that. Okay, so at least that spreads it out so that if we roll a 1, then next turn, then we can at least get this crossover. But since I moved up the 16 to 15, which really doesn't do anything, we're still stuck if we roll a 1 next time, because it's close. Let's see what the gammons are here. 66% they're going to get a gammon. So these little details count. And that's the difference between great players and me, is they know all these details, but it's okay. We're still playing. We're still having fun. You get as many crossovers as possible. Every roll is a good beginner rule. They win the gammon, they get the 4 points. Okay. Still, we're not playing so bad. There we go. It's game 3. See if we can get some wins here. Okay, so I'm coming down here. So 2-1. Whenever you have a 6, you could have moved up here. You could have slotted, but you got to get something. We have to at least take one of these checkers off this 13. I'm often making this mistake. It's only 0.4. I won't even talk about it. Okay, so then we get hit. This looks like, this is the same game. Did I just play the same game again? Yes, I did. I thought I was making the same mistake again, but no, it's the same game. That's why. Okay, double 4s is great. So double 4s, you have a lot of options, right? Let's look at what you could have done. You could have come down here. We could have done this one. We could have made this guy here, run all the way. Notice all of these are blunders. All of these are blunders. So how do we find the right one? The right one is because they have when they're making this point here, they're not gonna when we're stuck on the 24. This just kills their blitz potential. It kills their prime potential. So it's a very good defensive position. They won't be able to prime us, and they're not going to blitz us because we're just going to stay there until the end of the game. This, we have a big 5 stack here, so we really would rather play to the 9. Now, if we had a 4th checker on the 8, making the 4 might be right, but we'd have to figure that out. Okay, so here this is looking great for us. Look, we've got this nice thing going on. So once I've got the 4 prime, then I'm like, okay, I should definitely think about doubling. 6-4. This was not a cube already, but it's close. Look, 65%. This is where we're getting in the. We should be thinking about this. So bringing 2 down, that gives us great 3 builders to build something more in front. They have a 6-4, which is they're putting extra guys on their 2, which is not what we want. Remember, that's a wasted checker. 2 guys there, right? So that's a really ugly position. It was a huge blunder for them. What they should have done is just gone for it. It's not worth destroying your whole board by putting 4 checkers on the 2, what are they doing there? They're waiting for a double 1 to make it to the 1. It's not going to happen. You don't mind getting hit. This is a long game. It's close, but you kind of want to make another anchor or try a back game or something, because you have no daylight. This guy's going to be, you see how this is blocked 6 ways. They can only get out with a 1-6 or a 2-6. And then we have all these guys aimed at the remaining one. So that's bad news. This would have been way better. Even this would have been better. Just don't be too afraid of leaving a blot if they only have 1 point. So we doubled. This was a take, but he dropped it. He dropped it because, again, the race is close. Okay, so how is red going to win this? They're going to get a double 1 or a double 2, move up that anchor, or I'm going to move my checkers from the 9 and use them to build these things, and then they're going to escape. Notice here, I have no white checkers, okay? So he can eventually start building some blockers here, and it's not going to be trivial for me to escape from the 20. So I'm going to have to take a chance at some point and leave from the 20. The good news is the red board sucks, but still it's 3 points. So there is some risk there. That's why it's a double, and it's a take because it's not a slam dunk. He's got the anchor, which means he's only giving up 12% gammons. So should have been a take. Oh, we played this game perfectly. Woo! I guess it was only 4 moves. I'll take it. Okay, 3-1. It's a good one. 5-3. Was this right? No, I keep making this mistake too. Leaving the 8 for this 3, but it's better to do this. Even that is, well, that's a little bit worse. Okay, these are close. So we're not going to worry about that too much. 5-2, remake it, but this was wrong. It should have just brought 2 down. Now, okay, I think I know why this play is better than this play. This play, you're spreading out, and we count the checkers in the zone, right? So this is 11 checkers in this zone. That means they got a lot of ammunition for blitzing. It can go really badly. So I think that's why splitting is a problem. Like, splitting is, you have to be very careful with splitting when they can blitz. And we want to get this gets 2 down anyway. This is going to be useful. And we're not at risk of getting primed. We can figure these guys out later. Okay, 6-3, I'm running a checker. And then here, was this 1 correct? Because where's the 1? The 1 could either be 24 to 23. It's not a huge deal. Only 29 error. Okay, here is a blunder. This is a bad blunder. Yeah, I was like, what's this guy doing? You should just run. Just run, dude. Just run. Why are you giving me a free 2 blots to hit? I'm going to hit with 6s. I'm going to hit with 1-5. I'm going to hit with 2-4. And there's another blot. So I have 3 points here. So if I hit the 1, there's a good chance I hit the next one. And if I hit the 1, it's going to be a double. I'm going to double if I hit. Or did I? Let me see if I did that. So he comes down there. I hit with the 2-4. Now this is why I didn't double, because he got a lucky double 1s. So now he's got this sweet 5 prime set up by his blunder from before. Don't learn from him. Okay, so here's my 1-4. I could have slotted here, but honestly, we don't want to get hit. When you've got this prime here, even though they have a 3-point board, the cost of getting hit is high. It's not always just their inner board strength. Then, a 5-12 blunder. What the heck's going on here? So here I thought for sure he should blitz me. He's got 10, 11, 12 checkers for fighting me. Look, he should have hit and made another point, because that would have been 4-point board. I'd be on the roof. And, you know, if I danced, then he can totally smush me with more things. He would be doubling for sure if I danced. It would have been a double pass, because I don't have a perfect prime here, and I've got another blot, which he could pick up while I'm on the roof or while these guys escape. So, huge mistake. Just missed the boat here. There's this expression, attack a single checker, prime 2 checkers. I think there's a nicer way of saying it, but this is a good example of that. Should kill this checker. So this is and this exactly illustrates why they were bad. So I got a chance to run here. I knew I should have. I know the 6 definitely had to come out here, because where else is it gonna go? But then I was like, do I make this 9 and leave the 1? All direct 1s would hit. And then I was like, I don't want to leave a direct shot with this board. So that was correct, but only by 39, because you'll see he does have a lot of chances to hit here. He could hit with 8s or 7s, which is not nothing. So he hit me, we danced, and now surely you're going to double. Surely, why don't you're going to double. Jacoby rule, right? This would be too good. Look, 47% gammons. That's crazy. When we're talking about, is this a double or is it not? It's like 65% and 15% gammons. That's kind of the area. When you're up to 50% gammons, I'm pretty sure this guy didn't realize his Jacoby rule. I don't understand why. So each time he's losing, each time he's not doubling, it's a blunder. So this is 194 blunder, 94 blunder. This guy's actually a good player, so I bet it's just this, because I mean, I don't know who it is, but I think they're better than the score seems on this game, on this set of games. Okay, so here I'm hitting and passing. We look how much, like, we could double hit here, right? We could go 3-2. We could go 13-9. But let's see, how bad would it be if we got hit back? It would be brutal. You know, we'd likely lose the game if we hit. So let's not get too greedy. Of course, like, the benefits of hitting twice is that we can deny them any anchor. And it's definitely easier to get home and bring all your guys in if they have no anchor. But it's not worth the risk here, because it's an instant loss pretty much if we get hit on the return shot. So he dances with a 6-5, which is lucky. And now I should have doubled here. Shouldn't I have doubled? Was this a double? This was a no double. Okay. I thought maybe, but this looks like close to a double. Look, 17%, 61%. So I guess it's not a double, because there are still some chances that I don't. Even if I make this 4-point, he could still come in and hit me back. There's too clear of a path for red to win. Because I only have 3 points. If I had 4 points, I'm sure I would double there. So he passes. With the double 6, I got freedom, and I hit again, and I brought 1 down. I don't mind bringing 1 down, because now there's 2 on the bar. When there's 2 on the bar, you could think, could they possibly hit me? You got to think about the doubles. They can roll a double 1. They can roll a double 4. Everything else, there's no way to hit me. So I got no fear at all. Look, I'm 89% winning, 50% gammons. This is a double pass because of the Jacoby rule. Would be way too good. And that was the last game. So, yeah, we played pretty good, but it wasn't really that many tough decisions for us. But thanks for watching anyway.